So I'm Darren Murinas, Chief Executive of Expert Citizens. We're here in Trentham Gardens today with our colleague from the USA.
Hi, I'm Jessica McKown.
Whereabouts from America are you from, Jessica?
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I work with the homeless system there, and I'm a data analyst.
And you've come over to the UK to learn all about things co-production?
Yes, co-production, to see if we can implement that in Pittsburgh and see if we can get any better success.
And how's your visit going?
It's going really good so far. I've been learning a lot of things. I've been seeing co-production actually used day to day, and I'm learning a lot of great things that I can take back with me.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, what's your thoughts around the whole idea of co-production?
So, co-production is not something that we had really ever talked about in the U.S. It might be done on a really small scale, but not really large. So when I heard about co-production, I sort of read it as a model. And so far what I'm seeing here is that it's more of a way of operating. It's not really a model. It's sort of a belief that if you're going to do something, that you should ask the people who are going to be most affected from it how to best do it. So far I'm really intrigued, and I think that it could be really, really great in the US.
Yeah. I mean, it's about us getting as many people involved as possible, in designing and developing in people and services and organisations. So we in England at the moment and in the UK, we hear co-production mentioned an awful lot. We see people using the hashtag co-production all the time. And are they actually doing co-production sometimes? I don't believe so. I think our sort of way of doing it is we don't often speak about it because it's embedded in the way we do things on a day-to-day basis. So like you say, we unconditionally do it and unknowingly do it because we believe that's the best way of working, and that's the only way you're going to improve systems for people in the future.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the problems that I'm learning with co-production is that sometimes people use it as a checkbox. They say, oh, I've considered this, so here we go, we're doing co-production. But yeah, you can definitely see how it could be tokenistic sometimes.
Yeah, so I mean, when you travel back to Pittsburgh, what sort of, have you got any ideas what you would like to do when you get back?
Yeah, I think that obviously with approval from my supervisors and higher up than I am, I think that we could really redevelop some of the program models that we use, specifically regarding outreach to the actual clients that are living on the streets. And I think that we could redevelop sort of some of the case management aspects that we're asking for with the providers, to really include a client-centered and person-centered approach to everything, so that they can better be successful at the end of the programs.
Excellent. And if I could grant you 3 wishes today to take back to the US around co-production, what would them wishes be?
I think one would be that there would be more funding around services like co-production. I think a lot of times, especially in the US, it's very housing focused, and while housing is really important, housing is not the only aspect to it. So I think identifying and finding better funding sources for co-production and things like that would be really great. I would say also that there would be a lot more flexibility in the things that we're able to do and able to accomplish using the funds that we actually have currently. There are a lot of benchmarks and outcomes that we're sort of expected to have, as with most funding sources. And so I think that if there could be a lot better flexibility, that would be really great, and that could go a long way in increasing successes.
So we're going to wish you luck on your journey back to the US. You're going to be leaving Expert Citizens tomorrow, but we're on the end of an email and a Skype call, so there's anything we can do to help you to try and grant your 3 wishes when you get back to the US, then we're happy to do so. I just want to say from my side and all the expert citizens, it's been a real pleasure you working with us for the last 2 weeks. It's been fantastic. In fact, we don't really want to let you go back home, so we're thinking of how we can keep you. But yeah, it's been great, and thank you for bringing all your knowledge back to us from the US.
Thanks for hosting. I've had a really great time so far.
Cracking.